Hello and welcome to Kelly Loves K-Pop. I'm Kelly. Today we're doing a reading on Shownu from Monsta X, and if you don't know, he is my ultimate bias, so I'm excited to do this reading. We're going to do an ideal partner reading for him and then a current energies tarot reading after that. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, please stick around. Please leave a like, leave a comment, and if you're new to my channel, please understand that tarot readings for entertainment purposes only, and I don't really do love readings per se. An ideal partner reading is a reading on traits that would be ideal, or that the person would be like kind of looking for in a partner, not to read if they do or don't have a partner. And I try to keep them gender neutral if possible. I'm usually pretty good about that, unless sometimes very, very specific cards come out, but we like to make these fun for everyone. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, let's get it going. These are my Caroline Miss archetype cards. I do a layered reading with these and my spell casting oracle cards for archetypes and clarification on those archetypes and why they're ideal. Okay, just gonna shuffle this a little bit more. Make sure we get good Shownu energy in this. I usually don't do like bias readings unless they're requested, just because, you know, they're a bias. I don't want to be too biased, and I don't want to, you know, I don't like reading on any person's energy too often, because number one, it can just get boring for me, but number two, sometimes you don't need to know everything. That might feel counterintuitive coming from a person like me, but yeah, sometimes about my biases, sometimes the magic is in the not knowing, so I try to spread out their readings quite a bit. But I haven't done a Monsta X reading in a little while, a few months I think, so it's time. It's time. Okay, let's go. I usually try to do about 6 cards, and I need to iron my new tablecloth. I'm still deciding if we're gonna keep it. I really love the pattern, but I think the red might be a little hard on people's eyes. So if the red tablecloth is a little bit much, please let me know in the comments so I can try to get something else. All right, let's go. Okay, he's got a bunch of interesting combinations here. We'll start with Visionary. In the shadow, it is selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable, and beauty. So this is someone who really admires him for who he is. Shownu being a Gemini, I think he can overthink things, he can internalize a lot of things he doesn't express outwardly. So, you know, I think he's the type of person that can be scared to say certain things. I think he's scared of sounding unintelligent or strange or something like that in places like Korea. Like if you kind of seem not normal, that can be a bad thing. So I think he wants someone who finds, you know, his natural quirks endearing, that finds them beautiful, that finds like that find it as a something that's like a charming characteristic versus a weird personality quirk or something that would ostracize him from other people. I think he, you know, obviously it would be good for someone to find kind of like what you consider your flaws beautiful. So I think that's kind of what these cards are alluding to, is like someone who really just appreciates his flaws and sees it as a pro and not a con, you know. We have Trickster and Clarity, which sound like a good combo. So Trickster in the light is transcending convention, stiffness, and predictable behavior. So again, we're seeing Shownu kind of likes, I don't want to say the unusual, but the more unconventional, you know, the people that are happy in their uniqueness, you know. In where I live in America, like, that's something that's really valued, but it's not always valued in other places. So sometimes it's not as common as people can think. And then, you know, Clarity. So it's like, you know, Clarity, I think, piggybacks off of the transcending part of this. You know, it's like, it's almost like someone who has the vision to see that there's more out there, to see that, you know, again, that finds beauty and charm in the unconventional, in the things that are kind of not, you know, I keep seeing like someone that doesn't want to live that salary business 9-to-5 kind of life, that isn't interested in that. Someone that wants to go and travel and experience like a lot. Someone that's more open-minded, like almost like this bubble, someone who wants to live outside of the bubble, someone who wants to just to see more, you know, to have a big, rich, full life. And then we see Athlete and Love. So athlete and the light attribute is dedication to transcending. We keep seeing transcending, like something becoming more than it is. Transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower through strength of spirit, and love. So this is about someone who kind of loves unconditionally, someone who is going to love you if you do have physical handicaps, someone who is going to love you when when, you know, you change and you grow and you become kind of someone who wants to change and grow with you, but someone whose love is not dependent on where you are in life right now. And if you know, he has a level of fame, so I think that, like, wanting someone who will love you when you're not famous, when you don't, you know, when you are older, when you don't look like you used to look. And, you know, I think he has fears of that people like him now because he's famous, and maybe if he's not, or if he gets hurt and he can't dance anymore, you know, he has physical problems that come back from time to time. He may feel like his time, you know, he may have consequences for the abuse he puts his body through now. So I think he wants to make sure he has a partner that is not dependent on him being famous or physically strong or all of these things. You know, I think sometimes that sounds like common sense, but sometimes people just that's really important to them. You know, some people want someone who feeds their ego, and some people want people that humble them. And I think Shownu wants someone, again, who just kind of is very accepting of who he is, just very open to him and not trying to put him in a box, and also not trying to put themselves in a box either. So we have Mentor in the Shadow and Good Luck. So Mentor in the Shadow is inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction, and Good Luck. It's weird because I do feel like these cards are very intertwined and almost not a clarifier, but I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's like almost like I do feel like Shownu feels like he's naturally like unlucky, and he hasn't gotten further in life because he has a natural unluckiness to him. So I do think he kind of wants someone who has good luck, who can help him kind of get to the next level, or at least negates his bad luck. Like, you'd rather have no luck than bad luck, you know what I mean? Like, For some reason, I feel like he really believes he has bad luck for some reason. I think he's not the only one in Monsta X too that kind of believes that just naturally something something either in his birth chart or his numerology or something is unlucky for him, and so he kind of wants someone who's got good numbers or a good star chart that negates that for him. It's like really superstitious, but I do think he really believes that. So we have career and poet in the shadow. So it's like I keep hearing my family members running around my house and I can't tell if they're going to come to my door or not. So I keep stopping. So sorry if the video is a little choppy. I'm going to try to like edit as much of that as I can. So we have poet in the shadow and career. So it turns a lyric gift to a negative or destructive effect. Again, I don't know if I'm just being biased here. I'm trying really, really hard not to be, but I can't promise that in this reading. Because I don't feel like Shownu would naturally turn his career into a negative effect, but I do feel like he feels like other people could. Something like that. Like his career could have hurtful words thrown at his significant other. So he might be looking for someone who works in the same field as him that would be prepared for something like that, or just someone who understands that in his career there's going to be a lot of negativity hurled your way just because you exist, just because people don't want you touching their oppa, you know what I mean? Like there's going to be a level of just people that hate Shownu, and they're just going to attack anybody that's around him too. So maybe he just wants someone who's prepared for that, because I don't know, it's Shownu. It's really hard to picture him turning a lyrical gift into a negative or destructive effect. Like, of all people, I don't think that's him. But, you know, if you have a different interpretation of that, please let me know, because like Shownu's like literally the last person I could see that for. So then we have priest and dreams. So priest in the light facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. And then dreams are like, this card in particular talks about dreams in a way that it's like doing the work that day. So when you go to sleep, like you reap the rewards, and when you wake up the next day, your dreams are becoming realized by the hard work. Like every night you get one step closer to your dreams, right? So I do just kind of see this as wanting a partner who maybe not today, you know, but eventually wants to have a more stable, like spiritual relationship or aspect to the relationship. Like part of this dream card makes me feel like there's an allotment of like time allowed. Like I don't think he wants someone who's like super religious right now, but I think it's something like he may have a dream of like when he has a family and when things are calmer, like spirituality and religion play a bigger role in his life at that point. Because it's almost like doing some of the work now, but really reaping those rewards later. But this is about definitely having like a divine and spiritual connection. It could be even about marriage just happening kind of late in life too. But I do think it's more like once maybe he settles down and has a family, that'll be more important to him, and wanting someone who is willing to kind of grow in that direction as well. So that's what I have for Shownu. Like, again, I'm curious how other people would interpret some of this. Just because I want to make sure that my bias isn't getting in the way. But I think it's pretty straightforward. I feel like Shownu's personality is pretty cut and dry for the most part. So we'll go ahead and get ready for the tarot reading. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my borderless Centennial Rider-Waite-Smith. Do a quick current energies reading on Shownu, which is actually really good timing because I know he just took that time off for his eye to heal. We'll make sure he's feeling nice and healthy and rejuvenated from his time. time off. So how is Shownu doing? Plus, actually, today is his birthday. I'm actually doing this reading on his birthday. So, happy birthday, Shownu. Because this actually was a little bit lower in my request list, so I wanted to bump it up for his birthday. So let's see. How is Shownu feeling? I knew it's coming, but I don't like thinking about it. I'm talking about his military enlistment, but we know it's coming soon. I hate talking about it, but we'll get there at the end of this. I know that's what that's talking about. So we have the Page of Wands, King of Cups, and Seven of Wands. So this tells me there's still new potential for him. There's still, I hope this means we'll get at least a solo song coming up. We might have like, oops, let me not hold my cards over my fire. I'm hoping this means he may have an opportunity for one solo, maybe OST or something else, you know, before he gets sent away. Because King of Cups means he's pretty happy. He's pretty content in things that are going on. Seven tells me like a lot of stuff that was stressing him out or making him like really defensive about work is kind of settled down for him. So I think he feels very happy with what's going on right now. You know, the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like he feels like things are on the upswing. There's a new cycle starting, new opportunities, again, fortunate opportunities are coming in. I feel like not only professionally, but just in general, he feels like things are going pretty good. I do feel like that time off has probably helped him feel more stable, maybe emotionally, but I feel like Shownu's a pretty emotionally stable type of person in general. You know, this is the 9, right? This is the 9. So even like things he was feeling kind of even defensive about, now he's not feeling anymore. I do think, you know, last few comebacks, Monsta X had a lot of like news sites attacking them, personal people trying to attack them with slander and scandals and stuff, and I think things finally feel peaceful. I think for a first time in a while, Monsta X camp feels peaceful for him. You know, like I said, he's not on the defensive. He's not feeling like people are trying to take anything from him. Like I said, he feels very good. He feels like things are taking a good turn. The Hanged Man, you know, this, like I said, this is kind of, this whole aisle feels like it's going to be more about his enlistment. There may feel like that he's going to have to put things on pause, and he's definitely going to have to approach things from a little bit of a different point of view than he's used to. You know, like I said, money's going to slow down. Some financial opportunities are going to slow down for him. Creatively, things are going to slow down for him. I'm worried there's like one possible bad creative decision that might happen fairly soon. Because usually Knight of Wands is a little reckless. Just a little. So there might be one thing either he wanted to do and he doesn't get to do, or he does do and it's not necessarily the best choice for him. But Knight of Pentacles just means money's stable but slow. And I always get financial references during when announcements are about to come. So if he announces, the announcement's coming soon. His military enlistment announcement's coming soon. I'm really bad with actual timing, so, but I feel like it has to be before the end of the year. Has to be, right? I know we have another Monsta X comeback and an English album and possibly another Japanese release, some all happening before the end of the year for Monsta X. So there's a lot going on. I won't be surprised if he can't really participate in most of it. Because like I said, usually I start getting these, that's a sign the announcement's coming soon. Every single time. So yeah, I'm just a little worried about this card. Like one hiccup in a creative way. I don't know, it could even, I kind of feel like he's been working with like a dance studio recently, and I wonder if he's gonna make kind of a bad investment with them. Like, I just don't know if he's gonna get pulled into something that he shouldn't get pulled into. I don't know. I don't want to slander them because they look like nice guys. There's something creative he's gonna kind of choose to do that's maybe not the best choice. And then, like I said, there's gonna be kind of like this is opportunity. This is kind of like new project that's gonna slow down. Work is gonna slow down for him soon. And he's gonna have to be really careful how he budgets his money. But he doesn't seem as stressed out as I've seen other people, so I do think he's better prepared than a lot of the other idols I do readings on when it comes to their enlistment. But knowing Shownu, he's not really a flashy guy when it comes to his money. He's like a jeans and t-shirt guy. So I think he has been probably good about saving his money. So yeah, but I do think he's still having people that kind of come out of the woodwork, you know, when you're famous, cousins you didn't even know you have are coming. So I do think there's a lot of people he's looking out for that are kind of asking him for money, and he's probably just also making sure there's people around him that he does feel responsible for, that he's taking care of them as well. It's like kind of this card is like, it's giving and receiving. You know, you're trying to do your part, but sometimes you're stretched a little thin because you are coming off of the 5 energy, which is really bad. He didn't get the really bad, but it's good, but it's not great in his financial situation. Yeah, so he may be trying to make sure some people in his life are set up for when he's gone. So that's really what I see mostly for Shownu, is him preparing for enlistment and him feeling really good about like professionally kind of where things are going. Some new opportunities good, some opportunities possibly bad. A lot of the stress of the public eye is off of him, and he's enjoying that. so I think the military will treat him good. I think Shownu's built for that kind of life. He's a bro. He's such a bro. You know what? I want to throw just a couple oracle cards because, I mean, why not? My roots and wings. Let's use some roots and wings. One of those decks that's kind of got a velvety texture to them. Okay, Shownu. Journey. Seasons. Cycles. The world. Grounded. Duality, but duality in reverse. Okay. Yeah, so that makes sense. Journey, you know, he literally is going to be taking journeys, whether it's when he goes into the military and going to be living in his new place. You know, he will do traveling, but also mentally or what's the word, figuratively, he will be you know, having new experiences, very different experiences than he's really used to, even though he has an idea of what's in store. You know, seasons. I think really this is talking about time is going to pass. It's going to be a while he's on this journey, while he's away. The world is about completion and transition and success. So he is entering the next stage of his life. But I think he's still, you know, he's going to do just fine. He's going to be successful in that career and in that field as well. Okay, and grounded, like, it's Shownu. I think if there was any other Shownu card, but I do think that the time away will actually help him feel more at peace, more stable, more calm, you know, in his soul. And then the duality, you know, he won't have to live you know, as Shownu and Hyunwoo anymore. He's going to condense out and be Hyunwoo just for a while now. He won't have to balance his idol life and his real life. They're going to merge and just be his real life for a while. So yeah, I do see enlistment talk very, very, very soon. Like I said, I'm recording this on his birthday, so if we get an announcement before I up this, because that seems to be what happens to me all the time, like I said, I just want to make sure the date that I recorded this is known. I usually put it at the beginning of videos anyway, but I just like to say it in the video just so it's known, because if I record this and then tomorrow while I'm editing they announce something, I'm gonna be so mad. Anyway, so yeah, so I think Shownu's heading off soon. I don't think that's going to be a big shocker for anyone, but I do think if anybody was worried about how he's feeling great. You know, he's feeling healthy. He's got, actually his stress levels are much lower than they have been in a while. So thank you for the request. Like I said, I was happy to do this one today since this is birthday, and I hope you guys are having a great day. Please take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye.